shouldn't be hard. Life should be a fun-filled adventure every day. So now start joining up dots. Tap into your talents, your skills, your God-given gifts, and tell your boss, you don't deserve me. I'm out of here. It's time for you to smash that alarm clock and start getting the dream business and life you, well, of course, are dreaming of. Let's join your host, David Ralph, from the back of his garden in the UK, or wherever he might be today, with another jammed-packed episode of the #1 hit podcast, Join Up Dots.
Yeah, good morning to you. Good morning to you, and welcome to the Join Up Dots podcast. Right, over the last few weeks, or it feels like weeks, it's funny because I record my podcasts all over the shop, and then sometimes I'm 3 months ahead, sometimes I'm 2 days ahead, sometimes I'm 2 minutes behind. And it's one of those things that when I'm speaking, I think, have you already heard this, or have I said this and stuff? So anyhow, but over the last few days, we've been talking about starting side hustles with minimum effort. And I've been saying to you, look, there's all passive income. There's effort there. But I've received one today, and I actually thought, you can't get less effort than this. This is something that I hadn't even considered. And it's from a lady called Sarah from Brookhaven in New York. And she is somebody like all of you that walks around with her phone. She has loads and loads of photos on there. And she makes money from the photos that she's got on there. She says to me this morning, she said, "Hi, David. I'm a huge fan of the Join Up Dots podcast. Your advice has been life-changing, and I wanted to share a side hustle I've been doing that's perfect for anyone to earn a little bit of passive income with minimal effort. The idea hit me a few months ago while I was scrolling through my phone's photo gallery, and I realised I had hundreds of decent photos, landscapes, coffee mugs, my home office setup, and even random things like street signs. So instead of letting them gather digital dust, I thought, why not turn these into money? And that's how I stumbled into selling stock photos. Now, I wouldn't have considered that, but now you say that, I know it's obvious because people are always looking for non-copyrighted images for their website because Google doesn't like you to just take one from another website and put it up there. They want new content, and Bing's the same and stuff. And so Sarah's been doing this. And she says, look, I'm going to break it down to how I did it and how anyone else can do the same without breaking a sweat. So this sounds good, doesn't it? So this sounds really, really good. So, I can't do this actually because I don't have a phone. So I don't have a camera. My kids could do it easily. My wife could do it. I think most of the people could do it out here. So this is what Sarah says, and you might want to jot this down because honestly, most of you are looking at your phone all the time. So why not use it to make money? Yeah, sounds good. Step 1, use the photos you already have. Don't think that you've got to spend a lot of time going out taking new photos. She says, I didn't go out to take new photos at all at the beginning. I literally used what I already had sitting there unappreciated. So her step 1 is start by digging through your phone and laptop for photos. And you will be surprised. You've got loads of pictures that seem like, to me, but are exactly the kind of thing businesses and bloggers use. Things like a cup of tea on my kitchen table, my desk with the laptop and a plant, a sunset I snapped during a walk, a street sign, outside of a shop, just stuff, and everybody's got stuff on their phones. And then she says, step 2 is upload to easy platforms who want these images. And so she said, she says I uploaded my photos to stock platforms, but she probably took them off her phone, put them in files or something to make it more organised. I don't know. But anyway, maybe I'm overthinking it. So she uploaded her photos to stock platforms like Shutterstock, Adobe Stock, and Wirestock. And she says Wirestock was a game changer because it takes care of keywording and even uploads the photos to multiple sites for me. So if you're as lazy as I am, Wirestock is your new best friend. So I'd never heard of Wirestock. But I've now Googled it, and it is wirestock.io, and it says make money with your photos, videos, illustrations, and more. Turn your creative passion into profit by showcasing your skills and selling your photos, videos, illustrations, 3D, and AI art. License your content to leading tech companies. Simplify your sales. One account. Well, you can go over to this and have a look at it. It looks really, really good. So she said, so she thinks Wirestock is brilliant to start, first of all. And then step 3, keep editing simple. She's used a free app called Snapseed to make my photos look polished. It has a one-tap filter that brightens up colours and make even the dullest photo pop. No Photoshop, fancy editing at all required. Some of my photos were good enough to upload without editing at all, but I ran everything through Snapseed anyway beforehand. So no Photoshop, no fancy editing required. And she says some of her photos were good enough to upload without editing at all. But yeah, Snapseed. So what have we learned first of all? Go through your phones. Look at all the pictures, even stuff that looks boring to you. Other people will like it. It could be a staircase. It could be a butterfly. It could be just, stuff. Then go over to Wirestock, Shutterstock, Adobe Stock, and there must be loads more than that, but she says Wirestock does most of it for you. And then log on, sign up for it. Keep your editing simple. And then let the platforms do the work. And once the photos were uploaded, I didn't have to do anything, she said. Buyers find the photos through the platform, and I get paid whenever someone downloads them. It's completely passive. And I'm looking on Wirestock. There's 8 million plus paid downloads on there. And then it's step 5, repurpose for extra cash. To maximise income, she also put her best photos on Redbubble and Society6. Now some of my pictures are being sold as prints, mugs, and even tote bags. I didn't even think they were that special, but people seem to love them. And I make money while I sleep. I won't pretend I'm rolling in cash, but this little side hustle brings in steady income every month. And that's what we want. If you bring in steady income every month, you might be able to then say to your boss, can I go down 4 days a week? And then you've got a day to work on whatever thing you want to do. It's the hardest thing about becoming free in life is finding the time around everything else. You get home, you're tired, you think, I'll do it tomorrow and stuff. But if you know that every Friday is your own day to do something, then full speed ahead. And she says, look, I think this works for everyone other than me. She says, I think it's a perfect side hustle for your listeners because you don't need any special skills or equipment. Your phone camera is enough. It's flexible. You can work on it whenever you have a free moment. And once it's set up, it's completely hands off. She says, I hope this idea helps someone else take the plunge into a super easy side hustle. If I can do it, anyone can. P.S. I'd love to hear if other listeners try this and how it works for them. Maybe we can all share success stories on the show. So there you go. Has that got you thinking? Use the photos you already have. My daughter's got, I don't know, thousands of the bloody things on her phone. She can just upload them. I'm actually going to tell her about this because I think this is a really good thing to have. So go through your phones, look at the photos you already have, upload them to the platforms we talked about, Shutterstock, Adobe Stock and Wirestock. Keep editing simple and then let the platforms do the work and then repurpose for extra cash. And it just brings in a bit of income. It might be, might be £50 a month, be a takeaway or something. It might be 200 or 300. I don't know. But I think you can't get any easier than that. I'd be blowed if I could think of anything that is easier than using what's in your hand all the time anyway and just choosing a few, uploading it, and then letting Wirestock do what it does. I think that's a really good one. So, Sarah, thank you so much for dropping that to us. I really, really thank you so much for that. And out there, does that prick your interest? I'm trying so hard, and the listeners are trying so hard to get you thinking in a different way and get you thinking that it's out there for you if you only do it. And it seems to be a big big obstacle that people just want it to be effort-free. I think that is effort-free, but maybe it's not. Maybe you can come back to me and say, actually, David, you think that's effort-free, but what I'm doing is this, and share it with us. joinupdots@gmail.com, just like Sarah did, and we will share that on the show as well. So very short episode, but I thought that was worth sending out to you as soon as I got that, for everybody to start doing it as soon as possible on the train, in your lunch hours, and people will say, what are you doing? And you go, I'm just earning money. But you're not doing anything. Oh, yes, I am. That's how it goes. Until next time, we will see you again. You look after yourselves, you stay sexy, and keep on dropping us those emails. It makes the show what it is. Thank you so much for that, and I'll see you again. Cheers, see ya. Bye-bye.
That's the end of Join Up Dots. You've heard the conversation. Now it's time for you to start taking massive action. Create your future, create your life. It's the only life you've got. We'll be back again real soon. Join Up Dots, Join Up Dots, Join Up Dots, Join Up Dots.